And greetings, everyone, and welcome to Buzz for Good, where we talk all things nonprofit, the people they serve, and the good they do. And today we are buzzing with the Blue Ridge Holler. It's a 10-day concert series that Friends of the Blue Ridge, a nonprofit based in Roanoke, Virginia, has been coordinating starting November the 21st and going until November the 30th. It's all about hurricane relief for communities throughout the Blue Ridge region of Virginia and North Carolina that have been impacted by Hurricane Helene. And last Sunday, November the 24th, at the Jefferson Center in Roanoke was the highlight of Blue Ridge Holler, a 6-hour concert series featuring 18 different musicians from all over Virginia and North Carolina who donated their time and talent to gather on stage and perform in 20-minute sets to audiences both in person as well as online. Through Friends of the Blue Ridge Facebook page. 6 hours where they're raising money for hurricane relief. It was an awesome concert, and on today's show I'm going to share some highlights from that concert with you and would invite you to go to Friends of the Blue Ridge Facebook page as well as YouTube channel and watch the entire concert. And of course, please support Friends of the Blue Ridge's hurricane relief efforts through their website, blueridgefriends.org. Real quickly, my name is Michael Hemphill. I'm the creator and host of this radio show, Buzz for Good, as well as the TV show Buzz that airs on Blue Ridge PBS every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. You can also watch some of our 50-plus episodes featuring nonprofits throughout Virginia and Alabama, my hometown of Birmingham. You can watch all of those episodes on our YouTube channel at Buzz for Good. Without further ado, we've got a lot of music ahead of us here on today's show from some of the 18 different musicians who performed at the Blue Ridge Holler last Sunday, November the 24th at the Jefferson Center. We started the concert with a video recording by Skip Capone, the president of Friends of the Blue Ridge Board, who lives in Asheville, North Carolina, and shares firsthand his observations of the devastation that Hurricane Helene wrought on the area. And then we flow right into the concert with one of our MCs, Dutchie Jessie, who works for Cardinal News, a co-sponsor of the concert, as she welcomes to the stage Roanoke Symphony Orchestra's David Stewart Wiley and Julie Hickox.
I'm Skip Capone, and I currently serve as president of Friends of the Blue Ridge. As an individual who lives in the Asheville, North Carolina area, I'd like to take a moment to speak with you about the impact of Hurricane Helene on Western North Carolina and my own observations of the devastation it caused here. All the photos you are seeing in the slideshow were taken by me as I drove around the area and also flew my small airplane over some otherwise inaccessible places in the days and weeks following Helene's impact on September the 27th. Please understand that what you are seeing is just a tiny representation of the scope of this catastrophe. The enormity of destruction is almost incomprehensible. Whole communities were wiped out all over Western North Carolina, and the worst of it was the extensive loss of life, currently numbered at 103, nearly half of which occurred in and around Asheville. Our governor, Roy Cooper, recently announced that the estimated cost of cleanup and reconstruction is over $53 billion. The cost to Asheville alone is more than $18 billion. More than 125,000 homes were damaged or completely destroyed, impacting more than 200,000 people. Many of those displaced individuals are still, to this day, living in shelters. Asheville remained without potable water until just earlier this week. Helene damaged or destroyed more than 400 commercial buildings in Asheville, putting thousands of people out of work. And those of you who are familiar with the famous River Arts District of Asheville should know that the entire district was essentially washed away by floodwaters and were covered by mud. The timing of this disaster was especially bad because this has been fall leaf peeping season, which is prime time for our tourism industry. And it's been estimated that we face a 75% loss of annual tourism revenue, which equals several $billions for our area. And tragically, many of our service industry workers have been forced to leave the area due to lack of housing and also lack of work, and may not be able to return, further negatively impacting our local economy. So we obviously have quite a challenge ahead of us to recover from this epic disaster. We'd be immensely grateful for any help you can give us as we rebuild our communities and lives. Any donation and any amount you can make. I'd be remiss, however, if I didn't end by giving a huge shout out to our heroic first responders, both civilian and military, and to the thousands of volunteers who've been working tirelessly 24/7 to restore basic services and help clear tens of thousands of tons of debris. And thanks again to you for attending this wonderful program, and please enjoy the great music performances you're going to hear.
Hi, welcome, and thank you for coming today. My name is Dutchie Jesse. I'm with Cardinal News, and we're co-sponsoring this concert series, the Blue Ridge Holler concert series, which is put on by Friends of the Blue Ridge. So thank you so much for coming. And I want to just mention the mission of Friends of the Blue Ridge. It's to build better community throughout the Blue Ridge region of Virginia and North Carolina. This Blue Ridge Holler concert series is raising money to rebuild the community assets lost by Hurricane Helene. Recreational areas, trails, music venues, playgrounds, artist studios, parks, in partnership with our volunteers who live in these communities. So I want to thank the Jefferson Center for donating this lovely space today, and I want to thank Friends of the Blue Ridge for putting this together. All the artists and musicians you're about to hear are donating their time and talent. So that means every dollar you donate goes to hurricane relief. Okay, so thanks to all of them. Let's get right to our first musical guest. I could go on and on for days with a lengthy introduction based on their considerable accomplishments, but let's get right to the music. We want to welcome Roanoke Symphony Orchestra maestro David Wiley, along with principal piccolo and flute player Julie Hickox. Thank you.
Thank you, Dutchie, and welcome everyone. So nice to see you and everybody watching on home. We're greatly privileged to be able to help out our friends and neighbors, and Julie and I thought that we would start with a really beautiful tune. Maybe some of you have seen the movie Rudy. The soundtrack is by Jerry Goldsmith, and it's a movie about perseverance and grit, quite honestly. Sean Astin hangs in there through a lot of adversity and goes through there. So we're sending out love with this beautiful tune. Again, music by Jerry Goldsmith. It is the lead theme from the film Rudy. We are grateful to the work of the Friends, to all of the wonderful staff here at Jefferson Center, the volunteers, and all of our fellow performers, friends, and neighbors giving their gifts. My heart was singing, hearing some young people on the instruments earlier today. And it's going to be a full day of events as we really look out for those there, but by the grace of God go I, right? So it is a privilege and a joy to be part of this. This is one of those iconic tunes. If you're making a list maybe of the top, 20 or 30 tunes from film, who can forget Judy Garland singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow? There is a text in that great work by composer Harold Arlen that really speaks to me. And it also bears repeating that it is a piece that came within inches of being cut from The Wizard of Oz. The producers thought the film was too long, and they were getting ready to cut Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And the director and composer Harold Arlen begged them, said, listen, trust us, this needs to be in there. And of course, the film wouldn't be the same without it. Who can forget the great Judy Garland? And she sings before the melody that Julie and I will play, when all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. And today our magic lane is the privilege of helping our friends and neighbors. This is Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Thank you so much. And need to stick to schedule, making sure that I allow time for transition for our colleagues. We have one more short piece before the next group comes on and Dutchie comes back. And I thought I would celebrate a little anniversary. This piece is 100 years young this year. 1924, Rhapsody in Blue was composed, and we don't have time for all of it, but I thought the last section that has some of the train music, you'll hear me do that on the piano a little bit, and then the hit tune that comes at the end. What's cool about it is, like this event, it's bringing people together of all different backgrounds, styles of music, and all for a common purpose. In the case of Rhapsody in Blue, it literally bridged the gap between jazz and so-called serious or classical music 100 years ago and paved the way for so many other things. So Rhapsody in Blue, happy birthday to it. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for donating online and in person here at the Jefferson Center today. We'll do the finale. I'm David Stewart Wiley, conductor of your Roanoke Symphony Orchestra, www.rso.com. Come join us. Again, I'm joined by Julie Hickox, my wonderful flute and piccolo colleague from the symphony. And here now, the final 2 minutes of Rhapsody in Blue. Enjoy. Thank you so much. Dutchie, come on out, take it away. Blessings to
Isn't that
everyone.
great?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you so much, David Maestro and Julie Hickox from the Roanoke Symphony Orchestra. Thank you all for being here. If we had time, we would have them all do encores, but we do have a lot of musicians here today, and we're so grateful because, again, they're donating all their time and talent this afternoon. Jefferson Center is donating this space. So all your donations will go straight to hurricane relief throughout the Blue Ridge. I want to introduce this next group, and as they set up, I'll tell you a little bit about them. They're called Newfound Gap. They're from Leicester, North Carolina, and they just told me that's just outside of Asheville, if you're not familiar. Bela is 16, plays claw hammer banjo, is a traditional Appalachian vocalist. Sylvia is 14, plays fiddle. Judah, 13, plays guitar. Emmy is 11 and plays bass and mandolin. They have won first place ribbons for Best Youth Band at several fiddlers conventions throughout the Southeast. And you're really going to enjoy this as well. Are you all ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, Newfound Gap. Thank you.
Hey, well, we hope everyone's doing well tonight. We're going to kick off with one of our favorite female artist songs by Bronwyn Keith Hines. This one is called Will You Ever Be Mine? Well,
next song we're going to be playing is a song called Rock, Salt, and Nails, which we learned from our band teacher, Josh Goforth.
By the banks of a river, where the willows hang down, and the wild birds they warble with a low morning sound. Way down in the valley, where the river runs cold, it was there I first listened to the lies that you told. Let away all my pillow, and I see your sweet face. In the past I remember that time can erase. In the letters you wrote me, they were written with shame. And I know that your conscience still echoes my name. Well, if ladies were blackbirds, if ladies were thrushes, I'd lie there for hours in the chilly cold marshes. And if women were squirrels with long bushy tails, well, I'd fill up my shotgun with rock, salt, and nails. I'd fill up my shotgun with rock, salt, and nails.
This next song we're going to play is an old-time tune that was written by the Welsh brothers, but we were inspired to learn it by one of my favorite fiddle players, Jake Blount. It's called Boll Weevil.
Boll going to get ashes full. We will tell the farmer, you better treat me right. Oh, we will pull your guidance and your handrail tonight. I don't see no water, but I'm about to drown. I don't see no fire, but I'm burning down. We will tell the farmer, you better treat me right. I'll live for your guidance and your handrail We will tell the farmer, you better treat me right. I'll live for your guidance and your handrail tonight. We will tell the farmer, you better treat me right. I'll live for your guidance and your handrail
So we're Newfound Gap. We're from Leicester, North Carolina, and our bass player is Emmy Davis. She's 11 years old. Our guitar player is Judah Davis. He's 13 years old, and I'm Sylvie Davis, and I'm 15 years old. And our banjo player is Bayla Davis, and she is 16 years old.
We were actually at the International Bluegrass Music Association when the hurricane hit our hometown. We live in Leicester, but it's just an area right outside of Asheville. So we were stuck in Raleigh, North Carolina for about 3 to 4 weeks while the interstates were cleaned up so we could go back home. We just kind of relaxed and hoped everyone was doing okay because all the connections were lost. But we got back and we had 2 weeks of no school, and everyone was just volunteering as much as they can. So if anyone can donate and help out, that would be great. It's slowly getting back to normal. I'm very thankful. Very thankful. We're going to finish off with one of our newest songs. We just performed it for the first time yesterday. This one is by Alice Gerrard and Hazel Dickens. This one's called Train on the Island. Oh, you're right. Let's start. y'all so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
And who are you, my pretty fair maiden? Who are you, me honey? And who are you, my pretty fair maiden? Who are you, me honey? She answered me quite modestly, I'm me mother's darling, with me to re-eye, while I little die, teary, violet, home. And will you come to me mother's house when the moon is shining clearly? And will you come to me mother's house when the moon is shining clearly? I'll open the door, I'll let you in. Differ one will hear us with me to re-eye, while I little die, dearie, violet, home. So I went to her house in the middle of the night when the moon was shining clearly. So I went to her house in the middle of the night when the moon was shining clearly. She opened the door and she let me in. Differ one did hear us with me to re-eye, while I little die, teary, violet, home. And she took me horse by the bridle and the bit and led me to the stable. She took me horse by the bridle and the bit and led me to the stable. Said there's plenty of oats for a soldier's horse, eat if he is able with me to re-eye, while I little die, dearie, violet, home. And she took me by the lily white hand and led me to the table. She took me by the lily white hand and led me to the table. Said there's plenty of wine for a soldier boy, a drink if he is able with me to re-eye, while I little die, dearie, violet, home. And I got up and I made the bed and I made it nice and easy. Then I got up and I made the bed and I made it nice and easy. Then I got up and I laid her down, said, Lassie, are you able with me to re-eye, while I little die, dearie, violet, home. The break of day, and if for anyone would hear us, and now we lay to the break of day, and if for anyone would hear us, then I arose, but hurry close, and Lassie, I must leave you with me to re-eye, while I little die, dearie, violet, home. And when will you return again, and when will we be married? And when will you return again, and when will we be married? When broken shells make Christmas bells, we might then get married with me to re-eye, while I little die, dearie, violet, home. To re-eye, while I little die, dearie, violet, home.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much. My name's Julie,
I'm Josh.
and we are Kinfolk, local Celtic folk duo. We want to thank the Friends of the Blue Ridge so much for putting this together today. It's wonderful to be able to gather and actually do something to help those affected by Hurricane Helene. So thank you who have attended. Thank you who's donating online.
Yeah, let's give them a hand for all the great work they've been doing today. Isn't that great? That was a song called As I Roved Out. We're going to jump into one next called Galway Girl. I took a stroll on the old long walk on a D-I-A-I-A. Met a little girl and we stopped to talk on a fine soft D-I-A. And I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? And I knew right then I'd be taking a whirl round the Salt Hill Prom with the Galway girl. Hey! La da da dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum. We were halfway there when the rain came down on a D-I-A-I-A. She asked me up to her flat downtown on a fine soft D-I-A. So I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? So I took her hand and I gave her a twirl, and I lost my heart to the Galway girl. Hey! La da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum. When I woke up, I was all alone, with a broken heart and a ticket home. So I ask you now, tell me, what would you do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? See, I've traveled around, been all over this world. I ain't never seen nothing like a Galway girl. Hey! La da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da da dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum, la da 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 da.
Thank you very much. We play what's called Celtic music, which is the music of all of the Celtic nations. The first song we played for you was from Ireland. That last one, while called Galway Girl, was written by an American. And the next one we're about to play is one of the unofficial anthems of Scotland. This one's Wild Mountain Thyme. Oh, the summertime is come, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go?
I will build my love a bower near yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will pile all the flowers of the mountain. Will ye go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go?
If my true love, she were gone, I would surely find another where wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go?
Thank you very much. Wild Mountain Thyme is one of the oldest songs we've been performing. Well, it's an old song, and we've been performing it for a long time. We're going to do a tune set now. So for those of you who don't know, there's a very vivid Celtic music scene here in Roanoke. We meet every week to do the Irish session at Big Lake Brewing Company, and we will sit around a table and we will play tunes, tune sets to be specific.
This next one is a set of transatlantic tunes, which means you'll find it both in Celtic as well as old time. So. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. That was both Irish and old time. You can find those tunes in both of those traditions. Well, we are almost at the end of our time. We have time for one more for you. We want to thank again the Friends of the Blue Ridge for putting this together. We're so proud to be able to participate in the hurricane relief effort.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you, yeah. So this last song we're going to do is what's called the sea shanty. I think many of you probably know what these are, but for those of you who don't, sea shanties are work songs that were sung by sailors, and it was meant to be shouted over the wind and the waves. So if you want to be a crew and join me in this song, you're welcome to do so. This is called Roll the Old Chariot Along. Well, it'd be alright if the wind was in our sails, and we'll be alright if the wind was in our sails, and we'll be alright if the wind was in our sails, and we'll all hang on behind, and we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Well, it'd be alright if we make it round the horn, and we'll be alright if we make it round the horn, and we'll be alright if we make it round the horn, and we'll all hang on behind, and we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, well, a night on the town wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a night on the town wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a night on the town wouldn't do us any harm, and we'll all hang on behind, and we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, well, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm, and we'll all hang on behind, and we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, well, around on the house wouldn't do us any harm.
Oh, around on the house wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, around on the house wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind, and we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind, and we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you. We've been Ken Folk. We'll see you next time.
How y'all feeling? Can we share a little time with you? Winner circle somehow would form the figure 8. Now add 8 more, focus and get them figures straight. Measure a man ain't all about a fan base. Free base and sugar high soda crashes all they chase. And what goes up might give them all a little taste. And if your dunce is full of fantastic thing to waste, fanatics use the for a ride to brush the pain away. Cause it don't make sense shadow boxing in the shade. Dreams within reach, hush trampled by cleats. We swelter in heat, we upgrade, try to be steep. Being a deep definitive with speech and limited seems derivative. Oh, become new, catch the feeling. It's me, every syllable, every line, every rhyme. A lazy boy with a laptop, still can't recline. And when I die, bury me in B&D. Comics pay homage to the kid that lived inside and go. We found relief in these pages, wars wage on low wages, seek the master's throne. I escape in these days, I run away, and all I ask is that you never leave me alone. No, we found relief in these pages, wars wage on low wages, seek the master's throne. I escape in these days, I run away, and all I ask is that you never leave me alone. Go, Eric. Hey, now, life kinda Paul Walker in the passenger passage. I'd rather drive for all that I'm after. The aftermath I tried, left the epitaph or relapse. The bad habits, coping with congested patterns, develop patterns. New ideas, needed time to heal. Time reveals brain scatter, sound like brain matter. Splattered Don Cornelius while in pajamas. Gets the soul train, smashing the canvas. While the chairman of the board looks past you. And no, I'm not your cattle, nor the head in your mantle. Pen released to crack one foul, tights for clashing. Emperor's new clothes, not the same old fashion. To my passion, to a world that seemed cold as an icebox. Fakers love me more in the pine box. On that two-face, yeah, Harvey didn't. In that same spot, Harley didn't. Racing stakes on them bloodsuckers. Nonsense since the beginning. Hey, we found relief in these pages. Wars wage on low wages, seek the master's throne. I escape in these days, I run away, and all I ask is that you never leave me alone. Come on, we found relief in these pages. Wars wage on low wages, seek the master's throne. I escape in these days, I run away, and all I ask is that you never leave me alone. No, no, never leave me alone. No, no, never leave me alone. Yeah. Come on. We'll take it around the block one time. 3, 2, 1, and go. We found relief in these pages. Wars wage on low wages, seek the master's throne. I escape in these days, I run away, and all I ask is that you never leave me alone. We found relief in these pages. Wars wage on low wages, seek the master's throne. I escape in these days, I run away, and all I ask is that you never leave me alone. No.
Thank you. We really appreciate being part of this event, and thanks to the Friends of the Blue Ridge for putting it together and getting some much needed help out to communities that are still struggling. Anyway, thanks again to Patrick Turner, and we're going to boogie out of here with a little of Casey Jones. Well, Casey Jones, he was a mighty man, and now he's resting in the promised land. The only kind of music he could understand was a big 8-wheeler under his command. He made the freight train boogie all the time. He made the freight train boogie as he rode down the line. He'd wake up the people all along the line. Oh Lord, how the man made the whistle whine. He told his fireman, better hold your seat. I'm on a race drive through the boogie beat. He made the freight train boogie all the time. He made the freight train boogie as he rode down the line. Now when that fireman started ringing the bell, everybody on the line could tell Casey Jones who was coming to town on a big 8-wheeler that was running the ground. Made the freight train boogie all the time. He made the freight train boogie as he rode down the line. Said Casey Jones was a mighty man, and now he's resting in the promised land. He owned the kind of music he could understand. A big 8-wheeler under his command. He made a freight train boogie all the time. He made the freight train boogie as he rode down the line. He made the freight train boogie as he rode down the line. Thank you, Patrick.